School is not scam. Nigerian schools are scam. I feel like they should just scrap everything called school.
Really?
And we should just be going to a box, like a house, to learn for like a year. 4 years is too much for the things that they taught me. I think they should have just made it 1.5 years or so. And then all of us should be together in the same space, like-minded people where we can share ideas. And then basically I still get to learn even more than that 4 years. I feel like everybody's just trying to make us to follow the societal rules. If you don't stay in a box for 4 years and listen to people that would even come and bore you in class, then you won't make it in life.
Everybody in Nigeria believes for you to make it, you need to go to school. I mean, everyone believes if you don't go to school, you can't become somebody in life.
People can literally be homeschooled, learn stuff at home. Education can literally be done from anywhere in the world. But putting people in a box and telling them that they have to go to school to go and listen, people don't even learn.
Welcome back, guys. And today on the show, I told you we have a guest, and I'm not going to agree with her. So today we're having a she in the studios. Everyone, welcome. Jura, please. I'm not going to introduce you. Introduce yourself to them.
Hi everyone, my name is Odumusu Oluwatimilehin Jura, but Jura is fine. I'm a recent graduate of English from Lagos State University. I'm also a content creator and a social media manager. It's a pleasure to be here today, and we're about to roast each other on these topics that we have here. Stay tuned, and I'm sure you're going to be supporting me.
Excuse you? You want to roast who? Man, guys, let's be realistic. I don't understand. Well, no problem. So, starting from where you just introduced yourself, you said you finished from Lagos State University.
Yeah, I forgot to mention the best in Nigeria.
I won't talk about that. Okay, so you went to Lagos State University. What did you study?
English language.
What are you doing right now?
I'm a copywriter. I'm into social media management, but apparently I still do writing, because copywriting, content writing, still has to do with the line of...
Well, something close, not bad. So we're actually talking about the fact that school is a scam. Man, you should have had that quote, school na scam. So Nigerian school system, your school, is it a scam?
This is not me. Okay, I've collected my certificate already. Okay, so if talking about school and scam, I would say most school as an institution, as a place where people go to sit down, to receive lectures, is basically scam. But when you're talking about school as a place where you go to connect with people, to meet like-minded people, then I don't think that is a scam.
Okay.
Because education, people can literally be homeschooled, learn stuff at home. Education can literally be done from anywhere in the world. But putting people in a box and telling them that they have to go to school to go and listen, people don't even learn. Sometimes I go to school every day and I'm just like, everything that happened to this school today, I don't even know everything I just learned. But at least I meet people that are like-minded, then we learn together. And eventually, I feel like they should just scrap everything called school.
Really?
And we should just be going to a box, like a house, to learn for like a year. 4 years is too much for the things that they taught me. I think they should have just made it 1.5 years or so. And then all of us should be together in the same space, like-minded people where we can share ideas. And then basically I still get to learn even more than that 4 years. I feel like everybody's just trying to make us to follow the societal rules. If you don't stay in a box for 4 years and listen to people that would even come and bore you in class, then you won't make it in life.
Sorry to cut
Absolutely
you.
not.
What country are you from?
Well, I identify I identify as a United States of America person, but the situation just make me to be in Nigeria. But I identify.
You know the reason why I'm asking that question? The reason why I'm asking that question is because an average Nigerian would not accept what you just said.
Right.
Yeah, because everybody in Nigeria believes for you to make it, you need to go to school. I mean, everyone believes if you don't go to school, you can't become somebody in life. So for you to be coming from that kind of perspective that, man, let's just get the knowledge anyhow, you don't need to be boxed, that means you must have been influenced by something outside this jurisdiction. And as far as I understand, I think you're a social media person. So I'm going to start from there. What is the role of social media to Nigerian system of education? Is it a blessing or a curse?
Beautiful. I think it's actually a blessing because
How
would I have known that I'm suffering? If I were here going to class, I'll be in class from 8 a.m. to 6 in the evening. At the end of the day, I'll be overcrowded, exhausted, bombarded with assignments. I'm just going to be tired. How would I know that there's a better method of learning? Like I could actually go to somewhere else and be taught differently. And an average Nigerian would go to other countries and have first class. But yeah, it's as if we are struggling for like before they can give you that first class, Shege must be seen.
Yeah, you have to learn. That's it. Nigerian education will squeeze you to become the best of the best. Is that the way it's presented
I
to
don't
you?
want to be an hard worker. I want to be a smart worker.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. You got me. You got me. Accepted. 1-0. So, but then let's do a SWOT analysis of social media. Are you sure it's really a blessing? Because this social media is the same reason why you guys don't concentrate in class, and then at the end of the day, you come up with this code, mental health, and then at the end of the day, once the exam period comes close, then you start doing la cram, la po, la cram, la po. So you learn for learning's sake, and then at the end of the day, you only pass the exam. You don't really learn the content of the education. Where is the missing link there?
I feel like you need to let's first establish that social media is not just Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook.
Okay, so what's social media?
Social media are everything. It's YouTube.
Yeah, inclusive.
It's other learning platform, other learning websites where you can learn stuff from.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather pick my YouTube and watch a video, a 20-minute video about a 465 pages textbook that somebody somebody like me, a content creator, has read the book and apparently good for you, but you're able to summarize it and make me understand the points there. In school, I don't even read books like that. Once I go online, I download whatever I want to download in a video. I can just watch the video and I even understand better. Even the lecturers, I think we should start showing them this.
So what you're trying to say now is that we should take our school to the online system, right?
There are lots of schools that actually what do we have? What do they call this? Is it open university?
Open university, yeah.
Apparently, many persons are education is about your own. Okay, I want to learn. You can only force an horse to the river. You can't force it to take water.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you force somebody to go to school, when they're in class, they're over like 300 students in a room.
Yeah, you're learning.
Sweating, you are hyperventilating, you don't know what to do, you are confused, you are just there, and the lecturer is just tired sitting. If the lecturer is a good person enough, the person will try their best for you to learn. But after that, a week again. If you are not smart, no social media. And if there's no social media platforms like WhatsApp, there's no way for us to connect with other students and even learn better from them.
Okay, so how then do we address schools that actually does not permit the use of social media in the universities? Are you saying they are not doing better?
I don't think that exists in this 21st
No,
century.
it does. We have Covenant University. We have other universities that once you enter, they are going to seize your phone. This is not even about social media. You can't use phone in that school. And they do better.
I think that's diabolical. You should tell us what you are doing with those students in school. So I don't want them to come online and report to people.
No. Let's be realistic. Social media is good, but then it has more disaster than the advantage. I can say an average university student now is not concentrating in class again. They're always busy chatting their friends or whatever. They don't even listen to the content of education that they are receiving. The education itself is an half-baked education. Now, the person receiving the education is not even listening. At the end of the day, we end up producing, I don't know the best word.
When I was in secondary school, I didn't have a phone.
Yeah,
but
you learned better.
I had biros to play with. I had notes to jot and
but
pass
then
to my friends.
the teacher can easily catch you with that kind of
if I was in my
diversion.
phone, the teacher can easily catch me too. So I feel like it's not about social media. It's about the person. If you decide you want to learn, you would learn. If you decide you do not want to learn, nobody can force you. It's not about being social media or no social media. People have their perks.
Okay, so don't let us divert from the topic. We're actually talking about the Nigerian school system, and you're trying to paint Nigerian school system as a scam in which we can actually learn better, right? If we go online. But then I'm also telling you the other side of, okay, look at Nigeria as a whole. Do you think Nigeria has enough facility to actually bring the social media integration into Nigerian education system?
Lately, even an SS3 student has a phone.
Yes, we know
There's
that.
nothing like facility. You have your phone. AI has gone wild these days.
Mm.
I could just pick up my phone right now and go to ChatGPT, even just record a voice note telling it what I want, and then I get all of the information. Information right now is at our fingertips. People are just going to school to go and waste their money because they have markets. This is branding. This is marketing strategy. The society has placed it that we think that, okay, a school is the only place where you can learn basic information from. That's marketing. If a person can market this so much, and it's just like anytime we grow, we want to go to school, get a job, follow that same pattern that our great grandfathers have been following since.
So if I understand you, what you're trying to say is that it is possible for me not to go to a conventional school and still have the enough knowledge to meet up the
More than
global
enough.
standard.
I've met a couple of smart people that don't go to school because they know more than the teacher already.
Wow. I actually have another question for you, but I think we need to go in a short break now because it's getting more tense. And then when we come back from the break, we are going to continue on the second question.
All right, then.
Thank
I have
you.
him on a tight spot already, so see you guys after the break.
Welcome back, guys, and this is still Tech Trends, and I still have with me Jura, even though she's trying to be very intelligent on this show. But then I still have a series of questions for her, and I'm not sure she's going to have answers to these ones. So you are trying to insinuate the Nigerian school system is a scam, but you are a graduate.
Well,
So why did you go to school?
honestly,
You didn't know.
I went to school for my parents because parents think that the highest level of achievement that their daughter could have is like be in uni, graduate from uni, go for NYSC. Right now, I'd rather be doing something else than NYSC. But
Okay,
right
so
now,
if I may ask, when you wanted to enter university, I'm not talking about your knowledge now. When you wanted to enter university, according to your mindset then, if you had your decision, you mean you wouldn't have gone to school. Why?
I wouldn't. I don't know if I wouldn't have gone to school because at that time, I was young, and my parents were the one making most of the decisions for me. But if I would have it my way, I would probably be a very good fashion designer now.
Then the point is you wanted to now. So now, okay, now let me come back to now. So if you had the opportunity to go back in time now, what decision would you have made now instead of going to school
I would really, really work on my fashion designing skill
in Nigeria?
in and possibly out of Nigeria.
Okay, so that means you won't go to school.
I went to school, but I didn't study what I wanted to study. That's one of my problem with Nigeria schools too. I wanted to study law. Apparently, they gave me English language.
So why didn't you study law?
They gave me English language.
I know why. Why? What happened? You didn't meet up the requirement or what?
I'm even a Lagosian,
Okay.
and I met up the requirements. People that didn't even meet up the requirement because their daddy knows somebody that, and daddy me a low all along. And I didn't know anybody.
Okay, the educational politics game.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. So now you're trying to say school is a scam, and then if you had your way, you would have probably ventured into something else. Even the law you say you want to study, what's the usefulness in Nigeria now?
I wanted to study law. I wanted to study law. I don't even know if I still want to study law right now because I wanted to help people. I wanted to punish bad people. That's just why.
But
And I
now-
don't want to be a lawyer. I want to be a judge. I don't care about objection by law. I just want to be the one dishing out the punishment for people that are doing bad things.
But then the question is, do you even think if you actually got the course, would you eventually become a judge?
With the level of exposure that I have right now, well, that's what I'm saying. I don't. Probably I should just be a mafia now. Because in this Nigeria, hey, that's like Wasabi doing skits. Astagfirullah. No offense. That's Funke Akindele. That's Fowls singing, acting. Many lawyers. I don't know like a top celebrity lawyer that everybody could like. This country is literally just political.
Well, we don't school to become a celebrity. So if you are from the angle of becoming a celebrity, I think you can
a
get
celebrated
that.
person.
Yeah, I think you can get that outside the school system. Now we're talking about the school system, and if you say the school system is a scam, so that means even you yourself you are a scam because as far as I realize, you are a graduate.
I am a graduate.
Yeah.
But if I had the chance to, I would definitely be homeschooling my child.
So you are trying to say, if you still stay in
I'm not saying
Nigeria,
school is a scam. I'm saying Nigerian schools needs to be scrapped or reinvented.
Okay, so quick one. What are the few things that you can highlight in the Nigerian school system that are very wrong to you?
Everything.
Let's start with
The lecturers.
the
There
lecturer.
there are some lecturers that moving on.
No.
After the lecturers.
Let's talk about it.
Moving on.
What's happening with those lecturers? I want to know.
I feel like
They manipulate students, right? Or what's your point?
I
What's
feel
your
like-
perspective?
a couple of lecturers have you know when you're talking to an adult and they're like, during my time I had to do this, I had to do that, I had to do this. So apparently they just feel like because of they went through all of that during their time, we have to also go through that fair share of. So I feel like we're not
The struggle, the efforts, hard work. That's the word.
apart from that, that's educationally. There are lots of people that are lecturers that are harassing students
And
emotionally.
that's a general thing, whether you're in the school system or not. But
But this is more intense because
it's
I
still-
need to get a paper for them to be able, and for me to be able to get a paper, I have to subject myself to.
But I think we have school laws where you can easily report your lecturers and then.
Have you been to
They-
Nigeria? You will report, you will still fail. So
Mine, oh my.
apart from lecturers, the environment is terrible. Most schools in Nigeria are in the bushes. Do you know?
Bush.
Like the environment is like bush.
So even your school is the
My
best
school is not the bush exactly.
It's a bush school.
It's not. Is it a bush school?
No. You're
My
talking
school-
from experience.
I'm just saying that it's
One.
schools are supposed to not one.
Yeah.
School are supposed to be in a place where it's like civilized, where I could just go out there and I'm seeing like a big firm where I could just like intern at. But I am seeing my schools and I'm seeing bushes around or marketplaces
Okay.
around.
If I get your concept, you're talking about the country as a whole. I should be able to practice what I've been taught, what I learned in school. I should have a place where I can just bash into, and practice it, right?
What I'm talking about right now is the geographical location of that particular
Of
place.
schools, okay.
Yes.
Okay, Nigeria as a whole, do we even have a
I
geographical location
absolutely like
that you think is suitable for school?
yeah, absolutely. I think if we had a school on the highland, for example,
Oh,
that
in
would
Lagos.
have been really nice. But there are schools on the island, like close to the island, like that Unilag, but still in the market side. Like those kind of people too are going to be. Location is a very big aspect when it comes to people school of thoughts. Like your location influences
The
you.
environment,
If
yeah.
you just go outside and you're seeing one woman selling pepper or seeing bush, you just feel like I am on the best of my game, and then you relax. And then when you're in a place that challenges you, that's why I
Your
feel like
creativity would not be challenged. I see.
I feel like this is why most people actually jackpot. And they'll go to places like New York City, go to places like this. People want to leave Ondo State to go to Lagos because of they know that people there are tenacious.
But to be realistic, even if you japa and you leave Nigeria to another country, you are still going to meet a school system. And
Yeah,
it
I feel
means
like-
you still have to learn.
School systems in outside of Nigeria are quite better. They are convenient. There are lots of people that school and work at the same time.
Yeah,
Outside.
we know that. So are you trying to say you also support the japa people? So if you have your way, you're going to move out of this country.
They call me like this now. I'm leaving this podcast.
Jeez.
I'm leaving
Guys.
this podcast like bye. I'm out of here. So if they give you visa now, you say, even if I was in 400 level, and they said I should go back. Where are my shoes, please? Let me leave.
Okay. So one last question. What's the way out? What's the solution? Or do you think Nigeria education system doesn't have a solution, doesn't have a remedy again? Because you are going to give birth, and your sons, your daughters are going to go to school.
Why would they go to school if they don't want to? Schools, what's the essence of school? Like, have you ever thought that what's the essence of school? Just paper,
As I graduated, they just gave me a piece of paper, and this paper, I don't even remember bringing it
We
out.
have the primary schooling, we have the secondary schooling, we have the tertiary schooling. The primary teaches you how to read and write. The secondary educates you on how to connect with the society, while the tertiary is supposed to deliver to you something you should go and live your life with. That's the purpose of school.
Wow, I never knew that, because that's not what's happening in my country.
Okay, what's
I
happening in your
believe
country?
that with education, a parent, a mother, a father, a sibling can actually homeschool their child. I feel like homeschooling is a very good thing to do. Homeschooling from like the primary session, even the secondary session.
Really, you want to
Homeschooling.
homeschool till secondary?
Yes, homeschooling doesn't have to be I'm the only one teaching my child. I
Or
could
you want to hire
get tutors.
to come and teach you? But then, how will your child be able to handle the society, the community management part?
Yes, exactly. My child has an area of interest, apparently. Anything they're interested in, could be tech, could be podcasting, could be content creation. There's going to be a community. The essence of school is the community experience. To me, I really don't see why the thing you are learning. Many persons, the examination you're doing, you can't use examination to measure a particular child's level of experience or
Ability.
exposure. So basically, let's homeschool from primary to secondary. Let's do that. After that, and during that time, it's going to have a community of persons that like-minded persons to whatever it's interested in.
Virtual or real community?
Real community when it's not autistic.
Okay, so if I understand what you're trying to say now, you're trying to say that it's advisable to homeschool your child for primary school and secondary school,
Yeah.
and then your child should rather go to a local community where
It's not
whatever.
going to be local.
The word local there is not the
Okay.
concept.
Okay.
I mean a group. A specific community related to his own niche. Wow, I've never seen it that way before. But I'm going to disagree. I would rather say you should try the primary school system, because there are some experience you are going to get in school. You can't get it anywhere.
Okay, what are the experience? Lie down. Let me
To
beat you.
socialize. Yeah, it's part of it. That's what makes you a Nigerian.
Sorry, what did you study?
I studied fine arts.
Where's the bank?
Are you trying to take my show now? Do you want to take my show?
No! Like, I don't think studying finance has anything to do with the biology and commerce you learned in secondary school.
No. Yeah, I said the primary stage. Well. Everyone has it their own way. But then, I don't really know what to ask you anymore, because it looks like you've made your decision. But then, guys, let's be realistic. Is school really scam?
School is not scam. Nigerian schools are scam.
Thank you. I hope you are going to answer me next time I call you on this kind of episode. Maybe we are still going to have a 4-man show, and then we are really going to discuss it thoroughly.
That's like she said, if I am not Japa.
Oh wow, you
If
want
I
to
am not
Japa?
Japa.
Thank you. Just pack
If you
your
want to
bags
sponsor
and
me
you
for
can be
Jackbuying,
going.
I'm here.
So guys, I'm going to see you in the next episode. Please put it in the comment section for Jura. Is school really a scam or not? I will be waiting for that.